Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We're in season 2. We are the #1 multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs in Arizona. We're documenting.
Cool.
Heck yeah, it's very cool. We're documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs such as Quinn, Arcadia Wellness Center, one digital footprint at a time.
Yes.
I memorized this morning.
Oh, good. Good
Yes.
memory. Yes.
No teleprompter or nothing.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you must do this a few times. Yeah.
340 and counting as
I
of
can't
today.
believe it. That's awesome.
But you know what? Every time is like a new thing, and I get impressed and learn a lot about not only people, your journey, but also about your industry.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I bet you are exposed to all different sorts of things.
If I wanted to sound like a real talk show host, I would say something to the fact of, and today we have Quinn with us. She is from Arcadia.
Yes, yes.
But I'm not, so
Okay.
we're just going to let you say whatever it is that you do.
Well, I own a boutique practice. I'm a nurse practitioner specializing in health and wellness. So, anything from aesthetics to hormone optimization to vitamin optimization to pain management, kind of a big umbrella of a lot of different things.
In your practice, what is the hardest thing to make people realize? I mean, I go, it's probably a laundry list of things, right? Because I go to you and I think I know what's wrong with me.
Right. Well, the internet is our best friend and our worst enemy. So
Right.
people come in and say, I think I have this, and they've researched it all, and it's tough to say, okay, let's kind of go back. You're fine. You're not dying, but let's figure out what's going on.
And that is hard, right? Because we kind of describe or self-diagnose what is wrong with us.
Exactly.
But it is not until we go to a place like yours that has the credentials. You're a nurse. You're a nurse practitioner. They said, look, you're not dying, but this is I think what kind of is going on with you. So
exactly.
What happens? What is the first thing that happens when I go to your place? Do you put me through a battery of tests?
Well, of course.
Do you make me run a 10-mile thing?
20 push-ups.
20
10
push-ups.
No, the best thing. I mean, my big thing is depending on what's going on. If you come in for Botox, we're not going to do this. But, most things, a little bit, you can see a little bit. Most things, no matter what it is, to get a good set of labs, you can see so much. And people can come in and, let's say, for example, can't lose weight, right?
Yeah.
Let's draw your blood. Let's see what's going on. Because it could be, hormone thing, a vitamin thing, lots of different things. And so by starting with that, you can see so much about what's going on with somebody.
Do you find, though, that is, you're talking about weight loss, which is, of course, is probably the #1 thing in our minds. We all want to lose that last 10 pounds that we need, and for some reason we just can't.
So hard, yes.
It's so hard.
Yes.
Or there are some of us that need to lose that 30 pounds and everything else. Is it your focus to not only concentrate on that, but also to perhaps make people realize that maybe this is a lifestyle that you need to adopt?
Well, and that's really hard too. A lot of people like quick fixes, So a lot of times,
I got a wedding in 30 days. I need to lose 20 pounds.
And we can do that, but in those cases, a lot of it comes back. So
Right.
it is a lifestyle change, and kind of admitting that maybe you shouldn't be doing certain things and changing your life, and working towards that goal can be hard.
Quinn with Arcadia Wellness Center.
Yes.
Do you have this location as well as others, or this is just it?
Just this location. I'm the only provider there, so I make a really personal experience for my patients. I get emails on the weekends or texts. A lot of them are my good friends, and really just try to be that provider that they can be open with, and get treated as a whole person, not just one little thing.
Watch this. I like your eyebrows. Where did you do your eyebrows?
I actually had my makeup done at the Sparkle Bar this morning.
We know
your show.
We know the girls on Sparkle Bar. We love them.
They're amazing.
Leah and everybody else, I give them a shout out.
Yes.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
I had to do that. All right. So how do you get into this business? I mean,
that's a good story. So
did you get it? Were you in corporate America and then you transitioned? What happened?
Well, I've been a nurse for 8 or 9 years. Did the ICU, the ER, the plastic surgery thing, and then went back to school, got my master's, and started working at a practice in Tempe. And at this practice, I was seeing probably 40 to honestly like 50 people a day, just cattle call.
Oh, man.
It was horrible. And, I thought, number one, I'm, not giving the care that I want to give. I'm kind of rushing people. I'm making money for someone else. And, in Arizona, nurse practitioners can have their own practice. So I thought, why not do my own thing and provide the care that I want and spend as much time with people as I want and kind of do it my way. So it's been really fun.
When you realize that, though, it's got to be that jump from that thought to actual doing it.
Yeah, it was scary.
There's a lot of that is involved. It's not easy.
Yeah. Well, I was very nervous about it, and so everything, from my rent to my internet to everything was month to month. I was so scared to make a commitment in case I failed, with it. So that was kind of, I could, looking back, seeing how nervous I was about it. But it's been wonderful for the last 2.5 years. So.
You were sure and very confident that you had the know-how to do it.
Right.
And you had the experience to do it. And you know that your distinct advantage was going to be not make it a cattle call and seeing all these patients and
concierge type medicine.
And never personalize my services. This is not what I signed up for.
Right.
And so you knew you had that.
Right.
But to jump to actually put it into practice and become an entrepreneur, that's an entirely different animal.
Right. And as you know, it's not just your specialty that you have to learn marketing, you have to learn the business side of stuff, all this stuff that I had no idea, and just it's been really interesting kind of learning that. But yeah, you have 10 different jobs now. You're your own assistant, secretary, all that.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that we talk about here at Entrepreneurs in Fuego, is that in fact, it is the number one thing that we talk about is, you could be the best nurse and wellness professional, et cetera, in the world, but if nobody knows about it, and if you can't market yourself, and if you can't...
That's even harder,
that's
doing all that stuff.
Right, it's doing all that stuff. You have to let the world know about you, about how good you are. And, we get people that say, well, I've got, the people that refer me and my clients. That's all and beautiful and everything else, but you still need that marketing edge. You still need to remind people, even your own clients, that you exist, that you have new products or new services, new things to do.
And trial and error too. I remember one of the first things I did is I set up a table at like this little convention thing, and no one even came to pick up one brochure. But now, I know, okay, for my business that doesn't work, and more online marketing is good, and mailers and things like that, but you just have to learn it by doing it,
Online marketing, let's talk about that. So does a lot of your business come from referrals and online marketing?
Yeah,
or where
I would
does
say
it come
my
from?
number one is referral based, which is on the best compliment.
Sure.
But I most recently redid my website and hired someone to help me really focus on SEO optimization and blogging and things like that. So I'm starting to really see a difference with that, and it's been awesome.
Whenever somebody talks to me about SEO optimization and everything else, I'm like, I'm in the cloud. Things are in the cloud. They're so ethereal, and I understand it.
It's crazy.
I understand it, but there's so many intricacies, there's so many variables and items that you need to remember, and words and meta words.
It's a whole new language, but that's why you find the right people to help you.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the key,
Your biggest challenge going forward, what do you think it is?
I think it's trying to figure out, where I go next. For example, I'm moving to a new office space in a couple months with a lot more square footage, and trying to decide if I should hire someone to help me or not, and just kind of like what my next step is. I'm kind of maxed out with capacity as far as how I'm doing things now, and where do I go from here. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what I figure out.
Hiring that first assistant, that first person.
Yes.
It's another ball game, right?
Yeah,
because now you have to train that individual, even if that person has experiences, etc. But now you become a manager.
Right. Yeah. Another job.
Another job in addition to marketing, SEO optimization, website developer, blah 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 blah, etc. Nurse, everything else, and that is pretty challenging.
Yeah, it will be, but it's down the road. I think just kind of figuring out my whole, business plan at this point, and the move to a bigger space is going to be a, kind of different and exciting challenge. But yeah, I'm definitely at the point where it's kind of, let's re-examine everything and see where I want to go in the future. So that's really exciting.
Sarah Quinn with Arcadia Wellness Center. The best thing that you learned in this last 2 years in your business, what is something that just stands in your mind?
I think I've really learned that people want good health care, and they want good good health. And the system that we have in place right now just isn't doing it, as far as primary care and, health insurance. And it's just, it's people are just looking for quality health care. And I like to provide that. So. Thank you for having me.
You're awesome, man.
Yeah.
Quality healthcare, Arcadia Wellness Center. Where are you going to be moving to, by the way?
27th Street in Camelback.
Is that still Arcadia area?
Well,
or are you going to be called now the
I'm
West Side?
Right, exactly.
Wellness Center.
Some people might think it's a little bit built more, but it's right on the edge, so I'm sticking with Arcadia.
Good move.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
We're out.